It's Monday, August the 12th, and welcome to Caritel Blockchain Talk. I'm your host, Hallam Hope, where we focus on educating the youth. But sometimes we get surprised by even our technology colleagues of many, many years. Like yesterday, I was having a chat on WhatsApp with a friend of mine, and she said she needs to really catch up on and understand what the blockchain is all about. So I said, well, okay, let's have a conversation then. So what exactly is the blockchain? Well, there are three main types of blockchains. There are private blockchains, there are permission blockchains, and there are permissionless blockchains. And for most of the time, when we talk about blockchain, we're talking about permissionless blockchains. So essentially, a blockchain is a digital ledger. Okay, and you can think about it in terms of, the office computer ledger with QuickBooks or whatever the accountants use to keep account of the finances, the income, the payables, salaries, things like that. Yeah. But then you can think about a ledger, a permissioned ledger, as a bank or a government department, or any institution that keeps your information and my information. They might not do it in the secure manner that we want it done. In a sense, they're also blockchains. In a sense, they're digital ledgers, but they're not blockchains. So blockchain is a permissionless digital ledger, okay? And by permissionless, we mean that if you want to send me money, if you want to send me information, if you want to send me data, or even if it's automated, you don't need my permission to do that. You can simply send it to me once you know, for example, what my key is, my cryptocurrency key is. You can say, well, hi Hallam, yeah, I think we're going to support your youth education project and all the good work that your small group is doing in Barbados and hopefully the wider Caribbean. And yeah, we'll send you some cryptos. We'll send you some Bitcoin or some Ethereum. And I don't need that person to tell me, send it to me. I don't have to go and ask them for it. All I need to do is make sure that my public key is available, and they can send it to me whenever, if ever they care to send it to me. So that's what permissionless blockchain is about. It's a blockchain in which you do not need the individual persons or institutions permission to send you data or information. So what is the blockchain? Why do we need a blockchain? Why don't we just be happy with how the existing systems work? Well, for one thing, the blockchain is all about security, and the blockchain has been secure and remains secure and has never been broken into ever since Satoshi Nakamoto back in 2008 wrote his famous white paper, and ever since the developers started to develop a blockchain to use initially Bitcoin on in 2009. So it's very secure. That's pretty good, because in today's world we hear about people hacking into ATMs, we hear people hacking into government offices. They're taking away our private information, they're compromising it. Where ransomware is such a big thing around the world. Even health systems can be brought to their knees by these hackers. Yeah. Um, so security blockchain is a very, very important thing. The second issue is that using the blockchain, you're talking about speed. Yeah. And you're talking about very, very low costs. If you look at the costs of different other means of sending information or money or data around, you find that they're very, very, very expensive. And I'll probably send you a chart or put a chart up sometime to show how this is, because it's very, very cheap to send data, information, or cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin over the blockchain, less than actually a dollar. Last count, it could be something up to around point, a lot less than a dollar. That's the point. We don't know where. I'm not sure where you can go to send, your money on a credit card from one point to another, or do wire transfers, or or even send package data, information, documents, anywhere around the world for less than $1. And if you know where you can do that, please let me know. The other issue, of course, is our private security or private information. So we mentioned that's very important. The blockchain keeps our information very, very, very secure. And because of how it's structured, it's mesh and myriad of computers and computer networks on all these mining rigs that are all interconnected and form this blockchain in which each of these blocks have a copy of what the other block has, so they keep an eye on what the other block is doing. So it's not possible that anybody can come and really put a whole lot of wrong information that's incorrect and inconsistent with what all the other blocks have. And so again, it shows the strength of the security of the blockchain. And remember, it's not just about sending cryptocurrency of Bitcoins or Ethereum. It's also about all of those data processes and data information, all of that shipping registry and a myriad of renewable energy projects that are set up using the blockchain, increasingly so. So the blockchain it's a digital ledger. It's very secure. It protects our privacy, and it's very low cost. And the other issue is that it's comparatively faster than most other means of getting things done. So if you want to send, say, a check or information or money from one point to another point, it is exceedingly slow. Now, there's some folk who would say, well, okay, MasterCard is a whole lot faster. You can get a lot faster to use and possibly maybe the blockchain. And in some cases, that's correct. Some cases, it's not. But then you, the individual, have to figure out, well, what about the costs? These institutions cannot compete with the blockchain when it comes to costs. And in some cases, there's such a long delay, you can wait 4 or 5 days. So the blockchain has many, many, many attributes. But it's not just about sending Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. It's also about the myriad of projects that are being developed, the type of projects that we need to train and educate our young people to work in, not just cybersecurity, but in terms of smart contracts. Hopefully these will improve in themselves. There'll be lots more utilitarian ways of using smart contracts, improving government processes, making businesses and government agencies a lot more efficient and secure, and making countries themselves far, far more secure. So in a sense, blockchain is the new technology. It's a new way of doing things, but unfortunately, very, very few people have heard very much of hardly anything at all about what the blockchain is. So if your parents and your governments and your politicians and your family doctor doesn't know anything about the blockchain, it's very, very difficult for that individual to then go and teach their children about the blockchain. That's why we're here, Caritel Blockchain Talk, and the small Caritel crypto team. We're here to help educate the youth in Barbados and eventually the Caribbean. So if you feel you want to support such a project, please don't just ask about, why is it that it's going to, whenever will it take for people to use the blockchain? It will take as long as we have educate young people that there are careers out there, and this is what the blockchain is, and this is how you can use the blockchain, and this is how you can prepare and reorient your education to enter a new fascinating world. I'm Hallam Hope. Thank you for joining Caritel Blockchain Talk. Have a blessed evening.